Well, all right. I don't know about you, but I think we've covered a ton of information, and I hope all this has been incredibly valuable to you. Now it's your turn. So what you've got to do is take all this information, get your sheets, get your lists, get them all out on the table. Get your values list, the most refined values list that you have. Keep this SMART goals list right next to that. Now, your blank paper, your worksheet, the questions that we just did on the last one, get that out too. So all of them are there, and then get yourself your blank sheet, and now it's time to start writing out your goals. Now you'll notice in the SMART goals concepts, it doesn't say written down. That's number one element. So what we're going to do now is we're going to incorporate some mind strategies and some modules that work with your neurology, and we're going to implement some things. First, we have to have a specific list detailed of what the goal is, all right? We're at that strategy stage. So now, take some time and write out your goals. I personally recommend writing out 1 or 2 or 3 at a maximum, right? We all have tons of things that we want to do in life, and yes, can you have an overall master view of what you want? Yes, I would call that your master vision, right? And when you have that compelling vision, you have elements of goal setting in there, but those are elements. They're not all at one time, because you're not going to take a shotgun effect on this thing. So set a couple of very specific goals, work that program, work those goals. As you feel as though you can take on more, put the next goal on the list in line. And you can go so far as to truly sketch this thing out. So you can do 1 month goals, you could do 1 week goals if you need that kind of action to get that kind of momentum going. Ideally, I like 3 month goals, 6 month goals, 1 year goal, 5 year goal. I don't like to go too far out beyond 5 years because life happens and things change, right? So you just want to, this is something that's going to be a living document for you, if you will. It's going to be evolving as you continue to grow and get better and achieve more and do more. Maybe interests change, so goal changes to this. It's okay, whatever it is. So specifically, write out your goals now, okay? Keep this in mind as you're writing down your goal. Specific timeline, set the goal with a completion date. All your language and linguistic wording is going to be as if now, as you already have it. So we call that future pacing in NLP. You're gonna verbalize it and write it out as though you have it. And that starts this programming process for your unconscious. It needs to be in the form of the positive, not the what I don't want, only what I want to accomplish. In that, put those submodalities, so those questions that we asked just recently in this last class, how will you feel when you get the goal? Write it out. How will you be when you get the goal? Write it out. What will you see and hear around you? What will people say about you, to you, when you've accomplished these goals? Write it out specifically. After you've got all your goals and your goal worksheet written out, again, like we did with our values hierarchy, categorize those goals based on priority and activity. If some of those goals are kind of commingled together, they kind of meld together, then some of those activities might go together too and accomplish maybe 1 or towards 2 at the same time, and that would be okay. Write it out in a hierarchy of activity. And after you've done that, I'm going to see you in the next module, and we're going to do something that is super cool, really fun, and incredibly powerful. I'm going to teach you how to create your own self-hypnosis auto-suggestion recording. that you're going to be able to use to continue to program your unconscious towards this new behavior, towards this new character alteration that you're making, towards this goal or objective. We're also going to do a guided imagery and visualization module. And that's going to be where I'm going to walk you through a guided imagery and a visualization practice session. And you're going to start to implement the visualizing like we did in the previous course, except this is going to be very in-depth, very powerful. And you're going to be able to instantly use this practice and this experience of this session for deep relaxation, deep focus, mindfulness enhancement. Stress reduction is an immediate result. Overall health and well-being becomes better as an immediate result. And this stuff is really cool. So I'm going to be excited to share this with you. You're going to have a lot of fun with this one. And we'll see you at the next course.